Well, not a good way to start the year off right for the Philadelphia Flyers. But hey there, what's up there, yeah, you guys? Well, Flyers nations too, but they haven't done anything. But just want to say happy new. It's been a long time since I did my last video. Since Christmas time, but I just wanted to say Happy New Year to you all. Happy 2020 to you guys. But but yeah, the Flyers lost 11 games in a row, which is probably the worst I've seen in a very long time for the Flyers. Obviously, I've been a Flyers fan for 30 plus years, and you know, ever since I started following the Flyers, they haven't had, they have missed back to back playoffs before around Eric Lindros era, before Eric Lindros got drafted, and but this year I don't think the Flyers are going to make the playoffs this year. For the first time missing back to back playoffs for the first time in since the early '90s. I mean, not good. I mean, it's really starting to be a disaster for the Flyers. I understand with injuries and COVID issues and rescheduling but it is what it is. But you still expect more from your players to chip in and do better. Along with the taxi squad. But with with Ryan, with Ryan Ellis, he only played 12 games this year, and who knows when he's going to come back. And and uh, and Sean Couturier, he's out. He's going to be out for a while, and then we just found out that Joel Farabee will be out 3 to 4 weeks. So, you know what? You know what? I don't. I don't give a damn what the Flyers do. That the heck with them. I just if you're gonna lose, just if you're gonna lose, just lose, okay? If you're gonna be a bad team, just be bad, okay? This way, the Flyers can get a number one draft pick. I would like, would like for them to get the number one draft pick if they lose the rest of the season. Just I mean, I don't think the Flyers going to be a good team for the next couple years. Look at I mean, look how players, look how we got, I realize now we got screwed back in the 2007 draft pick. We could have gotten Patrick Kane, but that didn't pan out too well. Bobby Clark was the GM at the time. With all due respect to Bobby Clark, I love him to death. He was a very good player back in the '70s and '80s, but he was just a lousy GM. And then Ron Hextall, he Ron Hextall kept lollygagging about moving the players. And this time around, it's really not the coach. It's 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 the GM and the Comcast Spectacor. I don't like the way Chuck Fletcher has has turned this direction upside down, and Dave Scott and the Comcast Spectacor, it's just been god awful. You know, I still wish and I still wish Ed Snyder was still alive, and if Ed, you know, I bet you Ed Snyder is probably rolling his grave right now. I mean, if Ed Snyder was still alive, I mean, this probably wouldn't have happened. Ed Snyder is more was more like a father figure, and he cared about the employees and the players. Unlike the Comcast Spectacor, they they don't give a damn about you. They don't care about the Flyers team or what they're going to do. You know, you ever think about it's not really the coach, it's the players. I mean, the players and the upper management. It's more them than the coach. With Patrick and Ghost, they just haven't produced well. And players on other teams like Ovi, Crosby, Stamkos, and McDavid. They're superstars, and 3 out of 4 have brought home the Stanley Cup. The Penguins won the Stanley Cup 3 times, the Capitals won once, and the Tampa Bay Lightning has won twice. And so, I mean, it took them a long time for them to win the championship in the Stanley Cup. I think it's going to take a long time for the Flyers to win the Stanley Cup. I mean, I think the only way to get good players. I mean, you have. You have 2 veterans right now, like Ristolainen and Keith Yandel. I mean, they're good, but they're not spectacular. And and as far as Claude Giroux goes, love him to death, but it's time to start trading him at some point. He's done well. He's done well in the past. He was a good captain, and he's a 30 plus goal scorer. But I think once Sean Couturier gets healthy, or I think he should be the captain, or give somebody else the captaincy. Okay. If Couturier doesn't get the captaincy, then I don't know anybody that will who's going to be better. But I think there'll be some changes in the offseason. I think I think I think I think Chuck Fletcher will be shown the door at the end of the season. And I don't know who will step in, but I do hope Rick Tocchet will be a better coach if they bring him in when they let Mike Eo go. I mean, Mike Eo, he does have experience, but I mean he's a good coach, but he's not real great. Okay, he has coached for the Minnesota Wild and the St. Louis Blues, and he was good then, but he's not great now as of right now currently for the Flyers. But you know, I don't think we're going to see a Stanley Cup here in the city of Philadelphia for at least another few years, maybe more. And I don't think the Flyers. I think the Flyers are going to be a pretty bad team until another couple of years, until maybe 2 3 years down the road. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. I mean, I just don't see it. I just don't see it happening. I mean, the Flyers will be a good team again, but they're not going to be a good team for the next 2 to 3 years until they make some changes. Until we get some young young guns to play, throwing some young kids in there. If we can get a number one draft pick, that would be excellent. And and you know, you know, let me tell you, 45 plus years of a cup drought is, 1975. 1975 was before my time. Okay. Didn't really follow the Flyers until until the early 90s. And I've been a Flyers fan for 30 plus years. I've seen good times and bad times. I've seen way worse, and this is the worst right now that it's been. And I think it's a little bit more worse now than it was when I started following the Flyers back in the early '90s when Tim Kerr was playing, Mark Howe, Dominic Roussel, Ken Reggett, the backup goalie for Ron Hextall, uh, Peter Zezel, if I remember correctly. So, I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, if Peter Zezel was playing at the time. Samuelson, uh, Mike Ricci. That was before Eric Lindros got drafted for the Flyers. You know, but you know, here I am showing my age. But I just, I, it is what it is. I do want, if the Flyers are able to get one Stanley Cup before I die, that would be great. Just one cup is all I ask. But you know, but you just if you're going to be bad, just be bad and get a number one draft pick. I just it gets to the point where you know the Flyers lost yesterday to the Buffalo Sabres 6-3. So yeah, so it's 11 in a row, and then you got the Dallas Stars coming into Philadelphia at the Wells Fargo Center tomorrow night. They'll lose that game, and then the Flyers go back to Belmont Park to play the New York Islanders at their new arena. They'll probably lose that game too. So it will more or less be 13 games in a row that the Flyers lost. And look, and I don't care anymore. You know, just I don't care if the Flyers are going to be a bad team for the rest of the season. I would prefer just to get a number one draft pick and see where the Flyers go from here next year. But anyhow, I'm already over 13 minutes in this video. But happy New Year to you all. Yes, I know I'm late, but I've been I just been busy doing other stuff. But you guys take care, and you know what? I just don't see the Flyers. I just don't see the Flyers bringing it to Broad. But I just don't see it happening anytime soon, especially this year. But all right, everybody, take care, and I'll see you in my next video. All right, take care now. Bye bye.